Hey, welcome to Growth Rising. I'm Bird, and on this channel, we just talk about all things dealing with astrology. So lately, we've been going over, the Venus signs, and so today we'll be going over Venus and Sagittarius. And so, if you don't know your Venus sign, you can go to Google and type in free birth chart calculator, or go to like AstroSeek, Astro Cafe. There are several different websites that you can go to. The only things that you'll need to know are your time of birth, place of birth, and of course your birthday. So if you have Venus in Sagittarius, most likely your sun sign is either Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, Capricorn, or Aquarius. Because Venus can only go so far away from the sun. So it's not like you'll have a Sagittarius Venus and a Gemini sun. That's too far apart. But yeah, so if you have a Venus in Sagittarius, yes, you can have a successful relationship. Some people, the whole thing about Sagittarius not being faithful and all of that other stuff, always liking something new and exciting. Once a Sagittarius Venus is interested in you, they're going to be loyal to you. They can actually be very loyal. And with a person who has Venus in Sagittarius, they would like a partner to help them grow. So they wouldn't just want to just stay in one situation or in one phase of their life. They want to continue to grow. And if you're that partner, or if you're looking for that partner, it'll be good to have that partner, kind of on the same page with you in that instance, so that both of you can grow, or y'all can help each other grow simultaneously. And a partner to have strong morals, and of course a good conversation, because Sagittarius, philosopher, higher knowledge, all of that good stuff. A Sagittarius Venus would really enjoy that good conversation to just pick your brain. And if your Venus is in Sagittarius, you may be the type of person who likes to take action when interested in somebody, as in you'll want to be the pursuer. You want to go after the person. You don't want to get comfortable, basically. Well, not that you don't want to get comfortable, but you see what you like and you go for it. And you're willing to, you know, step out of your normal routine to get this person. Hopefully I said that makes sense. And also, somebody who has their Venus sign in Sagittarius, of course, will like to travel. They may, start out small and then go bigger, but they will not just want to stay in one spot. They won't necessarily always want to move to a new location, like a new state, a new country, but they will want to travel sometimes, whether it's, on the other side of the country, or if it's to a whole entirely different country, they're going to want to travel sometimes. So if you're with somebody who has a Venus Sagittarius, do keep that in mind. Whether you want to travel with them or not, they are going to want to go, and they're going to make a way for them to be able to go. They will enjoy for you to come with them, because they like that action, and they would like for you to be in that action with them. But nonetheless, they're going to still go. And another good thing with this sign is that they can make friends easily. So people could also think that they're being too friendly if their Venus is in the sign, but it's just that they can be very easygoing. And so for them, like, making friends just come naturally to them. It's not anything they have to stress about. It's just a part of life to them. They can probably make friends wherever they go. They can hop on a plane and go to like Germany and be like, oh, now I have a new friend or something. And they also like to be around a lot of people a good bit of time, but not all of the time. They like to see new faces. They like to be around new places. So, they'll like to be around a group of people, especially if they can learn something from these people or get some traveling, get some traveling ideas or, something that can be beneficial to them. They will love to be around a group of people like that. And if you do have a Sag Venus, you probably have a good sense of humor. You could probably laugh about very like minor things. You might be the type of person who will laugh if somebody fell. And I'm not talking about like hurting themselves, falling down stairs. I mean, you could laugh at that too. But I'm saying more as in you're just walking on a straight floor and you just trip over your own foot. Sag Venus will be more likely to laugh at it, even if that person is them, because they're not going to take it too heavily. They're going to be like, oh, that was funny because what did I just trip over? There was nothing right there. So, yeah, that that can be part of the good sense of humor. And, this Venus placement does enjoy to learn. It doesn't always have to be with a book in their face. It could be through traveling, through experiences, through talking to other people, just some kind of way for them to gain more knowledge, especially something that benefits their personal lives. They will definitely enjoy learning about stuff like that. And another thing with the Sag Venus that is not something that everybody might want to accept or acknowledge is that this sign don't necessarily like to take responsibility for their action or their words. They will be more likely to put it off on somebody else or say it was because of whatever else could have been going on. I mean, unless they have like a Capricorn sun, and Capricorns are going to be more likely to be like, okay, that's my fault, that's my bad, I did that, or I should not have said that, something like that. But a Sag Venus, they're not going to be as quick to want to own up to whatever it is that they did or said, just depending on, where, excuse me, just depending on like where their sun is and also the aspects. But if it's like Sag Venus and Sag Sun, they may not be as quick to accept whatever responsibility that they should be accepting. And this sign, this Venus sign would be more likely to enjoy having a dramatic love life, something that's not black and white. They want the purple and the green and the yellow and the orange. They want all of that. They want it all. I mean, you can throw a little black and white in there, but they definitely want a lot of different colors, a lot of emotions, something to keep them entertained, something to keep them going. Because for one, they would prefer to pursue you in a relationship, and to keep that relationship going, they want to see action. They want to thrive. Not necessarily saying that they will be toxic in a relationship. Although I know some people out there are probably thinking that, they have had that experience. Not every Sag Venus will be toxic, but they would like to have some excitement in their love life. And this Venus sign may be quicker to settle down later in life. You know how some people graduate high school and get married. Sag Venus, not so much. I mean, they could, but I don't know what would be the likely rate of, that being a successful marriage like 15 years down the road. So they'll just probably wait later. Not saying they'll be 50 when they get married. It doesn't necessarily have to be then, but how when people start to usually get married like in their early 20s, well, I'm not going to even say all people, because sometimes it's like when we look at social media, they'll be like, oh, this person is getting married, that person having a baby. Sag Venus is not going to be necessarily like that, because at that stage of their life where everybody else is doing all of that, they're probably traveling and getting to know themselves and learning more about the world or spirituality or whatever, they're practicing at the time. That can be what they are wrapped in at the most. And who knows, they could probably find love within those, in those fields. So a Sag Venus, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, they can definitely be loyal, but they also need their freedom. They don't need for you to try to restrain them away from everything that they enjoy. So if you have a Sag Venus, do keep in mind that they are going to need their them time, their me time. They're going to need that, and they're going to need their freedom to explore and continue to grow, because they feel like you're stunting their growth. They're going to pull away from you. Or if you're the Sag Venus and you feel like that from your partner, that might be your, response to them. And at the same time, they're going to need you to be supportive. So if a Sag Venus decides, they get married at like the age of 38, and at the age of 40, they're like, I think I really want to go back to school because this, and this. And they list out the reasons because they're so excited about it. It's like they can't help but get it all out so quickly. They will need their partner to be supportive, because even if their partner says, I don't think that's a good idea, I'm not going to support you in it, they're going to do it anyway. It's a Sag Venus. They're going to do it anyway. So it will be best for them to feel that support so that they can push through without feeling as bad. And if it is something that's honestly crazy, sit down and talk to them about it after they get off that high of being excited about the thing. Let them calm down a little bit, because as long as they're up here, that Sag Venus is not going to hear what anybody else is saying. They're going to do whatever it is that they want to do, because that's something that they enjoy. That's something that makes them feel good. And Venus loves to feel good. And if it's in Sagittarius, it's going to do what it want to do anyway. But yeah, so if you have seen that you have a Sag Venus or know anybody who does, let me know what you do and do not disagree with, and if you feel like I left anything out. Have a good one.